Finally today, the annual presidential turkey pardon, one of the more lighthearted traditions at the White House, where a lucky pair of turkeys are spared the dinner table. So here's the question. Where and when did this weird kind of tradition originate? Mark Knoller, our expert on all things, who is fresh off his Slurpee summit, joins us to break it all down. Mark, how did this sort of silly exercise get started?
Well, you're right about that. It is about the silliest event that a U.S. president does on an annual basis. It dates back to 1947 when the Egg and Poultry Board at the time, a precursor of the National Turkey Federation, presented Harry Truman with a live turkey for the first family to use as its Thanksgiving turkey. And it kept becoming an annual event. But nobody ever discussed pardoning the turkey until George H.W. Bush. Before that, the presidents accepted the turkey. Sometimes they said they would give it to a petting farm. But the word pardon came into play only in the late 1980s.
Well, wasn't the idea, Mark, when the turkey was presented, say, to President Truman, that it would end up on the White House dinner table?
Indeed it did. They'd give it over to the White House chef. And the chef would do what the chefs do with turkeys, slit its throat and prepare it for a terrific, fresh turkey dinner for the first family. And that's in fact what the intention was in the Egg and Poultry Board giving Truman the Truman the turkey.
We're just looking, maybe we can get it back at one of my favorite turkey pictures of all time. George W. Bush, at one of his turkey pardonings, the turkey seems to be objecting. And the president seems a little alarmed.
You know what? The Truman Library says every year at this time it gets lots of inquiries about Truman receiving this turkey in 1947, and they said they found nothing in any of the records to suggest that he gave it a pardon.
So the first pardon, you say, was President
George H.W.
Bush, yeah, which would have been okay. And the tradition lives on, and it now has become a sort of promotion for the turkey industry, but it's Thanksgiving, and hey.
Well, that's exactly right. It's a fun event. It's certainly a goofy event, but the president gets a big kick out of it. Today, President Obama was joking about how it's one of the awesome responsibilities as leader of the free world, as head of the most powerful nation on earth, for him to present a pardon to the National Thanksgiving turkey and its runner-up. Today he even likened the process for choosing the two turkeys to Dancing with the Stars. He said the turkeys have to parade in front of the judges. Only the stakes are much higher than in the dancing show because the winners get their lives, not just a trophy.
Okay, so here's something that we've been debating for years at the White House. Do they tranquilize these birds so they don't go crazy in the Rose Garden?
It's not something the Turkey Federation likes to talk about, but some years, yes, they've had to sedate the turkeys so that they are easy to get along with. They can get picked up. The president can come over and pet them without getting pecked on his hands. Although today, neither Sasha nor Malia seemed inclined to pet the turkey. They kept their distance. President Obama did lay hands on it, though.
All right, well, there's a turkey along with the backup turkey. We should add that there's always a backup. The backup this year was named Cider, so apple and cider. And they'll be off to Mount Vernon, George Washington's
which is
home.
a change, Bill. In years past, they used to go out to Disneyland and be an attraction for the period between Thanksgiving and New Year's. From now on, or at least this year, they're going to the Mount Vernon, the home of George Washington. They'll be there on the estate, and after January 6th, they'll have a permanent residence in the livestock facility at Mount Vernon.
Well, I guess that's better than being in your stomach.